Well, hello and welcome back to snowy Griffin, Indiana. So, we have an issue. It's snowing. Well, it's settled, I should say. So we can't really do the spraying. And we can't really do the cultivating. At the end of the last episode, the worker finished cultivating the first field over there. But there's still the second one to go. However, we do have a lot of things that we can sell, including milk and sorghum. So sorghum is going to be the biggie, I think. Let's have a look. So sorghum actually best at HH milling, which is pretty cool. So we can start getting loaded up. It's going to be, I think it's going to be about 4 trips, 4 loads to take to HH milling. That's the same place that we took the barley last episode. But yeah, we should be able to do it all in 4 trips. Pop the beacons on. And we're good to go. Yeah, so 23,300 litres. The snow has even settled on the grid that I used to fill the silo. Which is crazy. What is the weather doing for the rest of the day? Because if it's warming up, yes, it's going to warm up. Then we've got a good chance of the snow melting, and then it's going to snow later again. But if it can melt for this afternoon, we can get the spraying done, we can get the cultivating done. But after we've delivered all our precious, lovely grain to be sold. And this is really, really where we need to pull the money in, because this is where we're going to be pulling in the money that we need to buy a new tractor, a bigger tractor, a better tractor. It doesn't even need to have like a huge amount more horsepower. And size-wise, this John Deere is okay. It's just, I think anything over 200 horsepower is going to be pretty good. That's what we need to aim for. This has got 170. Yeah, so maybe 200, pushing 250 maybe, I think is what we need. I would absolutely love to get a bigger harvester as well, but I think that for the moment we'll have to keep going with the one we've got. Ooh, car. Well, that was an accident. Let's try that again. Yeah, I mean, the harvester we've got works. It is... It's not a bad harvester. It's getting a little bit old now, so by the time you've finished the harvest on the big field, it has worn a bit, and then we're struggling with yield. But I think it's still doable. If we put it on a worker, start getting transporty, may even be able to get a lorry at some point and a bigger trailer. That would be ideal. But I think first job today is going to be to get the sorghum sold. Really need to get the sorghum sold. So it's going to be 4 trips. I'm going to put it in a time lapse, and we will tie up at the end when we can see how much money we've got. Not forgetting that we've also got the milk to sell today, but that's not even going to be one full load, so we'll we'll tie up just before we sell the milk, I think.
it out what you're putting in. All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I was just a little girl when my mama used to say, ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile and leaves you with a scar, don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I gave it all to you for too long.
Right, here we go with the final load. It has taken a little while, but as you can see, it's been worth it. The bank balance is extremely healthy. So we started today with about £11,000. So that's going to give you an idea of how much we've got in total out of the sorghum, which is about £137,000, give or take. And that's including the environmental score as well, which has been pretty good. But I'd say that was a little bit brilliant, if I'm honest. Right, let's just take a quick look. I'd like to have a look at medium tractors, I think. And like I said, we want to go for something that is sort of 200 to 250 horsepower, pushing 250 if we can. Now we're getting up into the more expensive side of things. The very much more expensive side of things. A New Holland would be nice. Blue power. Hmm, 251 horsepower, and that would cost 155,000. So, whew, it's a lot of money. Yes, we are going to struggle a little bit, I think. What have we got at the bottom end of large tractors? Nope, they're way out of our price range. Top end of small tractors? No, see, we're not getting the horsepower that we need out of these. What have we got in the sale? Nothing of interest whatsoever. Right, I think we're going to have a little bit of a think about this. In the meantime, let's get the trailer taken back, and we'll go and pick up the milk and go and deliver that, because that is going to bring in a little bit of money as well. Probably about, maybe about 30,000, a little bit more than 30,000. It's a tricky one. I want to buy new, ideally, because then it won't need repairing as often, because that's where it does get expensive quickly. Question is, can I afford to sell the John Deere to get what I want as well? It's definitely going to be a medium tractor we're after. Could I afford to sell the John Deere? It is a good workhorse, but it is getting a bit old now with 78 hours on it. Ooh. Bobble over that. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll go sell the milk and then we'll have a little think about it. I just want to take a minute up here though, just to appreciate how good the farm looked from the town, because I noticed it on the third delivery when I was on the way back from the third delivery, and from the town you can actually see, is it a train? No, that was the oil pump, wasn't it? Yeah, if you look up the hill there, you can see the house, the barn, and the cow barn. It's huge. I didn't realise the cow barn would be so visible from here, because I thought it was over the brow of a hill, but it's not. It's yeah, it's right there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We want to be adding to it at some point, but at the minute we're focused on machinery. Now, like I said, we shall go and get the milk, and we'll take that to the dairy to sell it. It is the best price at the moment, so there's no reason why I can't make quite a decent profit from it. The soybeans, however, they're going to have to wait until June, July time. As for the temperature, that's only just peaked above 0%, 0 degrees. 0 degrees. So we hopefully should see some snow thaw this afternoon, and then we can get the worker on cultivating, and we can have a look at spraying. Need to spray the large field with herbicide, and I don't have anywhere near enough herbicide, but we shall see what we can do. Okay, drop the trailer there. Cross the road and pop over to get the milk tanker, which we can then fill up. Not sure there's any in the milk tanker. I think it's just whatever's in the cow barn, which was 16,000 litres at the start of the day, maybe a bit more now. Let's take a quick look. No, just need to open it up and then fill it. So yeah, I'm hoping for a little bit more than 16,000 litres, but we'll have to wait and see. Certainly won't be a full load. There you go, 17,231, which is not too bad at all, actually. The cows have got about 40,000 litres of food left, so they're good for another few months, although I don't want to leave it too long. I don't believe we have any hay, though, so I think this is going to have to last them out until we've got some more hay. Or did we get some and put it up in the... You know, I really can't remember. Let's just take a quick look and see if we got some up in storage. We did. Oh, we've got loads. Oh, well, look at that. Superb. Right, so we can make some mixes up. Got no problems there. That will get them through winter. While we're waiting for the snow to melt. But in the meantime, Let's get this over to the dairy. Milk. Yep, the price has peaked above its max. The fair dairy indeed. We'll get this taken down to the dairy and get it sold. And then we'll have another think about tractors, because question is, I don't really want to sell this one because it is extremely useful for things like carting or a little bit of field work while I'm getting on with other jobs with the bigger tractor. And we've got the white tractor too, which is fantastic, but that's mainly our front loader tractor, and I'd prefer not to use it for sort of field type work, whereas this would be fine with the disc harrow, fine with the sprayer. It's just keeping it maintained, basically maintained and fueled, whereas obviously when we get a bigger tractor for things like this with karting and things, that would be much more preferred. Anyway, let's make some money on this. So if it's 2,300 per 1,000 litres, and we've got 17, we should be hitting close to £40,000 for this. Maybe 35,000. 35,000, let's say. Which isn't bad at all. It'd give us a good amount, I think. A good amount of money for another tractor. I do like the New Hollands as well. I like the class tractors. I like the case tractors. We're just going to have to look and see what we can afford after this. Right, just pop in here. Oh, have I driven too far forward? I have. There we go. Okay. How much is it going to be? So that first lot was about 360, 370 before I drove out the trigger. And then lot number 2. There we go. 39,000. So, and with an environmental score. So yeah, I did break 40,000. Fantastic. Which gives us almost £190,000 towards a new tractor. And see that one, look. 155 horsepower standard. But it can get to 261 with an extra 50 grand. But this is so difficult. I just don't know. $180. See, that goes to 220 horsepower. With an extra £22,000. 7719. The 7S. Got an 8S at Zonka. I don't really want another 8S now. Not that I can afford it anyway. Oh, it's a tricky one. There's a voucher there. That's a nice one. The McCormick. That Fendt can get to a decent horsepower, which takes it up to £209,000. Absolutely crazy. Even the Landini actually can get to 225 horsepower, which is 167,000. The 7719 might be an option. Oh, we could get the Izaria Compact Pro with it as well. Oh, decisions. I'm going to have a think. Right, I've made the decision. And it's going to cost us quite a bit of money. But this is it. It's a 7719S. 220 horsepower. With the Izaria Pro Compact. And some wide tyres. 184,000. So yes, that is nearly all of our money. But that is going to be an absolutely cracking car. And look, I've spent so long deciding that all the snow has melted. So let's pop over to here. And we will get him going. Going on the cultivating of that field. Although, to be fair, this is probably the better tractor for that now anyway. Yeah. Let's get that taken back. Let's get the white tractor moved out the way. Switched off. We'll get the Massey Ferguson taken back, which also has a top speed of 32 miles per hour, which is absolutely fantastic, which means that karting in the future is going to be a lot quicker. Which is exactly what we need. Let's have a look inside the cab. Look at this. Lovely. Lovely stuff. It is a really good looking tractor. A very good looking tractor. And we've got the horsepower now. We've got 220 horsepower, which is not the high point of what I was aiming for, but it's within the bandwidth. I said 200 to 250, didn't I? And that's what we've got. So we'll go and hook this up to the cultivator, and we'll let the worker carry on with this while we bring back the John Deere. Then we can start spraying with the John Deere. We've also put on the Izaria Compact Pro, which means that we'll be able to detect nitrogen values when we are putting nitrogen onto the field. I'm hoping, but I don't know, that it'll work with the seeder when that puts in fertiliser as well. If not, we've just wasted about £15,000. But at some point, it's going to become very handy. I probably should have gone in that gate there. Yes, because we want to be over in that field over there. Okay. So, now that we've got our super duper more powerful tractor, the next thing is going to be a lorry. I did have a very, very quick look at some of the lorries, and we can get some for not too much money. I don't know how much the trailers are, but the cabs themselves I think will be good. Right then, worker. Enjoy that. Don't make it too mucky. Right, where did I put my John Deere? Here it is. Let's head back to the farm with the milk. And then, like I said, we can get on with the herbicide spraying on the large field. Right, so we've got the worker working on spraying now. Our first worker has finished off cultivating of this field. I'm in two minds whether to join these two fields together, to be perfectly honest, because I'll be putting in crops at the same time. Might as well be the same crop. It's going to be... Yeah, do you know what? Let's just join these two fields together. It's just going to make it a little bit more sense, that's all. So we just need to head off around the corner here in a nice sort of sweep to line up with that field. We'll do the same over the other side. There we go. That's that joined. I'll do the same over here and then we'll fill in the gaps. Doesn't give us a huge amount more crop, but it just joins these fields together and makes it continuous. Obviously that's going to make it a little bit harder for the worker, but they'll do what they can and then I'll take over. There we go. Right then. Let's just get these last grass bits done and then I think that'll probably do us for today. It's been a pretty busy day, and we've got a pretty new tractor, which is extremely amazing. Why am I going across the short ways? Let's just go up and down and do it in 2 runs. that would be cleverer. But yeah, been working smart today. We've made ourselves a lot of money. We've spent a lot of money. This tractor's going to last us quite a long time, I think. It's a lovely tractor. But yes, I am keeping the John Deere. It's still going to be useful. Even if we just keep it on row crop tyres and just do the row crop work with it, it's going to be useful. But this tractor's going to be doing all the donkey work and carting. But it is good to know that I have the John Deere, which is capable of doing field work if I need it. Okay, right. Well, that's all joined together now. Fantastic. So now, as the fields get bigger, the harvester gets even smaller. So, yes, next upgrade is definitely going to be to do with the harvester. And then I think it'll be more carting. Right, let's just pop that there. We shall put our new tractor in the shed, I think. Undercover. I think we're going to get a screenshot of it to start with. Yeah, that's a good looking tractor. That'll do lovely for the thumbnail. Right. Switch that off. The worker is having a hard time with this, and I'm not really sure why. But we'll leave the worker to finish doing what it thinks it needs to do, and then we'll finish up the rest. But I'm going to end the episode there, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.